Hello, first grade friends. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to read the book, Sheila Rae the Brave. When you listen to it today, then you go to Canvas and you take a quiz. It's only 4 questions. You'll listen to the same book on Friday, and then you take the AR test. Because remember, in first grade, we need to listen or read the books twice before we take our AR test. So I'm going to start reading Sheila Rae the Brave. Listen for the character, the setting, the main idea, and the lesson, because there's a lesson in this book. Sheila Rae wasn't afraid of anything. She wasn't afraid of the dark. She wasn't afraid of thunder and lightning. And she wasn't afraid of the big black dog at the end of the block. At dinner, Sheila Rae made believe that the cherries in her fruit cocktail were the eyes of dead bears, and she ate 5 of them. At school, Sheila Rae giggled when the principal walked by, and when her classmate Wendell stole her jump rope during recess, Sheila Rae tied him up until the bell rang. "I am very brave," Sheila Rae said, patting herself on the back. Sheila Rae stepped on every crack on the sidewalk without fear. When her sister Louise said there was a monster in the closet, Sheila Rae attacked it. And she rode her bicycle, no-handed, with her eyes closed. "Yay, yay, Sheila Rae," her friends yelled, clapping their hands. One day, Sheila Rae decided to walk home from school a new way. Louise was afraid too. "You're too brave for me," Louise said. "You're always such a scaredy cat," Sheila Rae called. "I'm not," whispered Louise. Sheila Rae started off skipping. "I am brave," she sang. "I am fearless." She stepped on every crack. She walked backwards with her eyes closed. She growled at stray dogs and bared her teeth at stray cats. And she pretended that the trees were evil creatures. And she climbed up them and broke their fingers off. Snap, snap, snap. Sheila Rae walked and turned corners and crossed streets. And suddenly, it occurred to Sheila Rae that nothing looked familiar. Sheila Rae heard frightening noises. They sounded worse than thunder. Sheila Rae thought horrible thoughts. They were worse than anything she had ever imagined. "I am brave," Sheila Rae tried to convince herself. "I am fearless." The sounds became more frightening. The thoughts became more horrible. Sheila Rae sat down on a rock and cried. "Help," she sniffed. She thought of her mother and her father and Louise. "Mother, Father, Louise," she cried. "I am here," a voice said. "Louise!" Sheila Rae hugged her sister. "We're lost," Sheila Rae said. "No, we're not," said Louise. "I know the way home. Follow me." Louise stepped on every crack. She walked backwards with her eyes closed. She growled at stray dogs and bared her teeth at stray cats. And she pretended that the trees were evil creatures, and she jumped up and broke their fingers off. Snap, snap, snap. Sheila Rae walked quietly behind her. They walked and they walked and they crossed streets. They turned corners. Soon, their house could be seen between the trees. Sheila Rae grabbed Louise and dashed up the street. When they reached their own yard and the gate was closed behind them, Sheila Rae said, "Louise, you are brave. You are fearless." "We both are," said Louise, and they walked backwards into the house with their eyes closed. Now, I noticed something about this book. The whole time Sheila Rae is trying a new way home, there's someone following her. There's someone watching her. And when her big sister needed her the most, she was there for her. Who is this story mostly about? The main character. If we take out one person, we don't have much of a story. Luis talking here? Is Luis talking here? Or is this story really about Sheila Rae? They're at home and they're at school. But when the most important part of our story happens, where are they? Where's the setting in that most important part? What lesson can we learn? Sheila Rae thought she was brave. But even Batman has a helper. Yeah. Batman's pretty brave. But it's good to have a buddy. Sometimes it's okay to be scared and ask for help. Sometimes you gotta ask for help. Yeah. Mojo says that's really important too. What lesson were we supposed to learn from Sheila Rae, the brave? I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you again. Be safe, stay happy, and wash your hands. I love you guys.